Hey, 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 it's Krystal The Goddess, and I'm the creator and owner of the House of Divinity. And welcome to the House of Divinity Podcast, a place where we have divine discussions, all about raising your vibration, activating and aligning your chakras, and really just tapping in and being your most divine goddess self. Now, let's get to the episode. Hey, 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 I'm Krystal, the Goddess of House of Divinity. Welcome, welcome, welcome to another episode of the House of Divinity Podcast, where we have divine discussions. Oh, that's disrespectful. Excuse me, that was my reminder to have Take a Moment Tuesday, but I moved Take a Moment Tuesday up, so I need to turn off that alarm. Anyways, welcome, welcome, welcome. Super excited. So today I want to talk to you all about, and I'm still playing with the format and the structure of this podcast, so bear with me if a few of these are kind of all over the place, but I really just want to have a conversation with y'all. And today I want to have a conversation around why I want to have a conversation with y'all. But no, I want to talk about like why I even started the House of Divinity podcast. Because House of Divinity is a holistic healing empire. Yes, empire, honey. And I'm going to say it like that every single time. But my main number one commitment is to assist goddesses, gods, you're allowed to, but it's to really assist goddesses in tapping in and being their most divine goddess self. That's my number one goal. I'm like, how can I support you to be the goddess that you are and show up as the goddess that you are? And so I do this a few ways, including assisting you to activate and align your chakras, but also assisting you in raising your vibration, because there's so many things that we come into contact with. Excuse me. But there's so many things we come into contact with on a day-to-day basis. There's so many, living the human experience is hard, okay? It's real big. Like, no, for real though. Like, living this human experience, it can be a challenge, right? And those challenges and the way we face those challenges is what determines, our vibration and our frequency. We can allow things and tie this into perspective, right? Your perspective on all of these things. Where are all my crystal lovers? Whether that's you or someone you love, I have the perfect gift. Shop our manifestation crystal tumblers. We have the largest selection of crystals to choose from. So no matter what you're trying to manifest, whether it's love, joy, peace, protection, we have the crystal perfect for you. Whether it's your zodiac sign, I know how much we love our zodiac signs. Shop the crystal tumbler that matches your zodiac sign and get the healing that you deserve. Healing in 1, 2, 3 easy steps. Fill your tumbler with water. Allow it to sit 20 to 30 minutes so that the water can absorb the vibration of the crystals. And then after that 20, 30 minutes is over, you drink the water. Step 3. And the water inside our bodies matches the vibration of the water that we are drinking, and it will internally raise your vibration and activate your chakras and activate the cells within your body. So shop the largest selection now, perfect for fruit-infused drinks, teas, and of course water. Shop now and get this healing delivered right to your doorstep. See you in checkout. Bye. So we can allow the challenges of the human experience to either, we can look at it from a negative perspective, right? Woe was me, find all the negatives in it, but we can also flip the switch or flip the coin and change our perspective to look at life in a positive way, right? So like when things happen and we're like, dang, man, I'm so pissed off that happened, versus, wow, what's the lesson I can learn from this? Wow, I just learned a great lesson here. It's the way you speak it, right? Speak life into our experiences. And this is something that I'm working on, right? But for me, it's like, I know I'm a goddess in every fiber of my being. I know this. I am divine in every sense of the word. And I know I am omnipotent. I have all the power to control and create the life that I want, the existence that is, right? Ashe, it is what it is. But as I hold all of this, I want to share that with other goddesses, and not necessarily for like, oh, you're a goddess and you don't know, but just of like, You're a goddess, I'm a goddess. Let's navigate this together, right? And be able to remind each other, right, of the goddess that you are. Because like I said, there's going to be experiences. And as humans, sometimes we have our reflexes, right? We have our automatic responses. And so once we elevate and we get to this point of like, we want to transform our automatic responses. We want to transform our reflexes. For me, instantly, I used to say, like, I swear, instantly irritated. Like, I'm instantly irritated. I used to say that, right? You peep the word, you peep the verbiage. I want my reflex to not be I swear, to not be instantly irritated. I want my reflex to be like, wow, I just learned a great lesson right now. I want the reflex to be, ooh, what is this teaching me? I want the reflex to be, okay, this person just did this thing, but I love how they did, I love this part of them. I love how devoted they are. I love how committed they are to the cause. I love the passion that they have. So it's really just changing it to a gratitude standpoint or just anything positive, right? And so for me, I wanted to create House of Divinity Podcast, divine discussions, right? Just as a space to have conversation around different things pertaining to living life as a goddess on earth while we're having this human experience. That's really all this is. And so for me, I had to really like hone in and recenter myself to say like, okay, Krystal, what is the goal here? Because you could make this very extravagant, all of these things, but you also, and I don't have to, right? I'm not married to it, but it's also like, do you want to uphold all of these things? And ultimately, y'all, I just want to have a conversation with y'all. And if we talk about different things that, whatever, like my first episode, if I have different segments or I want to include different segments, cool. If y'all like different segments, let me know. Like, yo, Krystal, I peeped that segment you did on episode 1 or episode 2. I really like that. Let's do that again. If we're talking about a healing hint, yo, Krystal, give me a hint to walk away with. Like, let me know something that I can implement. Let me know something I can practice. But I don't want House of Divinity to become a whole production to the point where it's overwhelming, it's weighing me down, because then I'm not going to want to do it. That's your healing hint. That's your healing hint, okay? Decide what you want to do, but be intentional, be rational, right? Understand that, like, if I'm going to commit to this, is this reasonable? Is this something that I can actually commit to? Or is this something that maybe I need to change what this is going to look like? I know the end goal, but maybe I need to plan out the steps to get there, right? And again, this is why I just want to have conversation, because it's these small things where you're like, ooh, I needed that. Ooh, I needed that reminder. And that's what I'm here to assist you. Hey, goddess, are you feeling tired and overwhelmed by the humdrum of everyday life? Are you feeling like it's time to get away and change the scenery? Do you feel like you need some time to connect with self, connect with spirit, disconnect from the digital world? You know what I'm talking about. Do you feel like you need to change your friend scenery? You want to be around some other goddesses, some like-minded, high vibrational, in tune with their divinity type goddesses? Or do you just like to travel? How about this? Are you my self-care goddess, into holistic wellness and all things about keeping our chakras in alignment and our energy high and our vibrations high? If so, let me tell you something. I have just the thing for you. The House of Divinity is going to Costa Rica. Yeah. You see what I did there? We are going to Costa Rica for our 2024 Goddess Retreat. Come along, because you are cordially invited. Yes, this is only for the goddesses. Sorry, fellas, not this time. We are going to disconnect with the digital world. We reconnect with Mother Earth, reconnect with Spirit. We'll indulge in goddess workshops, chakra workshops, manifestation workshops, plant medicine workshops. We'll also go out and receive all the healing that Costa Rica has to offer. We'll go ahead and visit the hot springs for a day of relaxation and pampering. We'll go ahead and tap into our adventurous side, honey. Yes, we are going to be walking through the treetops of the jungle, of the rainforest, to see all of the ecosystem that lives up in the sky. Okay, not really the sky, but the trees are so high, you're gonna feel like you're in the sky. Come along for the ride, okay? All things holistic wellness. Tap in, tune in with self, indulge in fellowship with other goddesses. Yes, This is exactly what you need. Reserve your spot today. It is limited and we are guaranteed to sell out, and you want to be there. I'm Krystal The Goddess. I'll be your host. We're going to have a good time. Book now. It's right there in the description, in the caption, all of the things. Reserve your spot. More deets available in the description. Go ahead, send me an email, personal DM if you want to know more. If you have more questions, I'm available. Can't wait to see you. Bye. Like I told y'all before, Krystal the Goddess, I'm your goddesshood guide. I just want to guide and assist you through this era of our life, which is goddesshood. Just like you entered into adulthood and they say like or you enter into parenthood, right? And they're like, there's no book for that. Well, I'm not here to be the book. I might write a book in the future. I don't know. I haven't really thought about it or finalized it, but it could be a thing. But it's like, there's no book for that, but there's support here, right? And the goal is to build the supports, build the community, and that's a big part of it. And honestly, babe, there's no rules. So the rules, I don't care about the segment. It's like, I just really had to strip everything. And I was like, okay, I don't need the segments, because then I'm going to be like, okay, I need this. That's 7 parts. I don't need 7 parts. I don't. But I would like to share gratitude. Today, I am grateful for, press pause, rewind. I am so happy and so grateful for the energy boost that I have right now. I did not plan to come on here and speak, but I felt so empowered. I felt so energized. I was like, we're going to record an episode. We're going to do it. We're just going to do it. So I'm so happy and so grateful for the energy boost that I have, which is really interesting because all day I was like, I'm so tired and I was yawning. And it was all in my mind, y'all. I mean, yes, I physically felt that way, but I continued to tell myself that I felt that way. So every cell in my body was like, okay, we're tired. And it was shutting down on me because I told myself that. In reality, was I tired? Possibly. I was up late, up early. It's possible. But if we continue to tell ourselves these things, or if we continue to tell ourselves, I'm so tired, guess what you're going to feel, sis? You're going to feel tired. So my healing hint is, that was 2. Those are 2 hints. But the hint I want to really leave you with is to be specific and be intentional with your goals, right? And I say that because, and I don't think I want that. I don't think I want intentional to be the word. I don't want specific to be the word. I said be realistic. Be realistic with your goals, because we can say a million times that like, I want this massive brand thing, right? I want to be a millionaire. A lot of people say that, right? I want to be a millionaire. But do you really want to do the work that it will take to reach that goal? Because I cannot imagine how much work it takes to build a millionaire. Do you want to build a millionaire? I don't know. That sounds like a lot of work. It really does. But this is my point of like, be realistic, right? I know I want a podcast. I know I want a space to talk to the goddesses that love their audio. I'm her. I drive and I listen to podcasts. I'll find YouTube videos and I'll just play them and listen while I'm driving. So I'm talking to her. But I know I want to sustain my podcast, right? And so being very specific with your goal, there's the specificity. Being very specific with the goal, but knowing that like, if this is something that I want to sustain, how am I going to do that? And if I'm putting all the extras with everything else I'm already doing, because I want this to be in addition to everything I'm already doing, how do I make this easier for myself? And having a bunch of checklists, check boxes that I can hardly remember and I have to keep referencing, which is not a problem. It's just like, do you really want to do that? And the answer is no. And so that being very realistic with your goals, but also being very honest with yourself. I want to be a millionaire. Do you really want to be a millionaire? Or do you just want that because everyone else is saying it and it sounds cool? At one point, I still want to be a millionaire because who doesn't want $1 million? But at this point, it's kind of like, do it just to say I can do it. That's all that is. It's nothing more than being able to say like, boom, I've accomplished it. I accomplished my career goal. Now I'm an entrepreneur. Let's set some entrepreneurial goals. Like, let's make that the highest one. Yes, having $1,000 month is, up first $500, then $1,000, then $10,000, then $30,000. Like, yes, I have many goals, but ultimately I want to see $1 million in my business account. Like, of course. Is that realistic? Absolutely. I know the plan. I have a plan on what I would need to do to get there, and that plan requires a lot of work. But I'm going to leave it there. I don't even want to keep digging in on it. Y'all get it. Y'all got it. That's the healing hint, okay? Make your goal, have a goal, or double check your goal, but make sure it is realistic and make sure you are being honest with yourself as you go through that process, okay? Because your goal is about you and it's not about anybody else. And I want to just, like I say, I shared gratitude already. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all for supporting me. I'm Krystal the Goddess. And until next time, bye. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in to the House of Divinity Podcast, where we have divine discussions for the gods and goddesses who want to raise their vibration, activate and align their chakras, and really just tap in and be their most divine goddess self. Thank y'all for tuning in. Remember, we also have our e-commerce store where you can shop custom crystal jewelry, home and beauty healing essentials such as crystal facial rollers, candles that are infused with herbs, essential oils, crystals, and so many more things. Check that out at House of Divinity by KTG.com. House of Divinity by KTG.com. Also, if you are in the LA area and would love to join us for one of our healing events, LA is in Los Angeles, go ahead and go to House of Divinity by KTG.com and go ahead and pull up on me. Also, if you're interested, we have our goddess retreat coming up, so go ahead and check that out as well. I look forward to meeting you. Thank you. Leave some comments. Let me know what you thought of the episode. Go ahead if you have a question about anything, you want to talk to me about anything, feel free to send me an email at houseofdivinity@gmail.com. I look forward to hearing from you in my DMs, in my email, in the comments, and make sure you follow us on all social media platforms. Thank you so much for your support. Until next time, bye.